Fit in 10 Nation, it is day 46 of the Fit in 10 challenge. And I put up the Calendly link yesterday. So you can book your body analysis scans, which are going to start this Saturday at, I think, 7 a.m. They start. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, find yourself a spot. There is enough spots for everybody. There's more than enough spots for everybody, so hopefully you can find a time within those 4 days. www.calendly.com/trainonmean. Okay, the link is in Slack. Let's see how you did over these past 4 weeks. Okay, let's get into some questions here. All right, this is one that was mentioned yesterday, or I was going to mention yesterday, but didn't have time. Okay, somebody says that well, I'm going to read it out here. They said, still having some knee issues, but have been trying to accommodate during leg workouts. I'm not totally comfortable with squats, never really have been, even when I did a fair bit of weight training as a young guy. I don't feel stable and almost kind of vulnerable, like my knee will give out. The exercise that we did last week where we held the dumbbell and took 5 seconds to go down really struck a chord with me. I think it's the toughest and most beneficial leg workout I've ever done. It took many days to recover. All right, so I'm assuming that the style of squat that we did with the dumbbell, it says, well, your words are, it struck a chord with you. I'm assuming because it was really hard. And the reason why it was really hard is because I demanded so much control of the weight. So, this is demanding the muscle to work, which is one thing that I always emphasize with you guys, right? So, I was training a client tonight, for instance, and this person, well, I've seen this with many clients. If you look at the total time that a set is performed, so let's say a set is performed over the course of a full minute, okay? And you look at actually how much time the muscle's working, most people, you find that that like less than about a quarter of that time the muscle's working, because they're resting at the bottom, they're going through the rep really fast, and this is where people think that, I mean, I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here, but my point is that people think that if you do the movement, that's it. Do the movement. But it's not. Okay, not when we're trying to stimulate the muscle, not when we're trying to change the body composition, not when we're trying to burn as much energy as possible, not when we're trying to cause within reason, as much muscle damage as we can, not when we're trying to stimulate the muscle to get stronger, right? Not when we're trying to condition the muscle more. And the only way that can happen is by making the muscle work. So, I'm going to keep hammering this home. When you're doing an exercise, how can we make the exercise as hard as possible? I don't train as heavy as I used to with weights. Now, part of the reason is because I have injuries, but the other reason is because I've learned that I don't really need to train as heavy. I mean, I still train pretty heavy, but I just implement greater control. All right, so now we come to squats here. This person's talking about squats and knees not feeling totally stable. You are talking to somebody who's had so many knee issues. In fact, I still have a completely unstable fibula. So I'm going to try not to talk about myself too much here, but I just want to give you some sort of background. On the lower portion of your leg, you got your tibia, which is your shin bone. Then you've got this other little bone beside it. Do I have something here that can... I thought I had a pen here. Okay, well, whatever. You got another little bone beside it. And that little bone beside it that sits underneath the knee, or, well, forms part of the knee, will just, if I put enough shearing stress on the knee, so that is, let's say this is the bottom portion of your leg, okay? This is the top portion. And as you squat, if you squat and that knee goes forward, right, you put a lot of shear force on the knee. If I do that, my fibula will dislocate. Well, actually, my fibula dislocates pretty much regardless, but I get excruciating pain if that happens. So when I squat, I've learned to have to sit back and keep that lower portion of my leg virtually perpendicular to the floor. Now, I don't get as much quad stimulation, but as a result, I get a lot of hamstring and glute stimulation, which is fine. I could still squat. And my point in telling you this is that, well, first and foremost, that if you want to do something, you'll figure out a way to do it. But you know, more to your question about stability. If you squat in that way that I just mentioned, you will feel more stable. Okay, so you will feel your hips coming more into play. You have larger muscles, especially your glutes. They play a huge part in knee stability. So if you think about trying to squeeze your glutes, even as you come down, you'll find that you should feel much more stable in your knees. And that's what I've had to do. Okay, so I can still squat. Now I don't have any cartilage in this right knee either. So I have no cartilage, and I have a hypermobile fibula. Not pleasant to have to do, and I don't have full range of motion because I have tons of scar tissue in there. But I'm telling you this because, you know, I'm still able to squat, and I just figured out a way to do it. So if you want to, for the rest of you out there, if you want to stabilize more in your squats, think about sitting back more into those squats, not allowing that knee to jet forward, and essentially hinging at the hips more, and you'll find much less stress on your knees. Okay, all right, 7 minutes in. Okay, I was gonna make this a short video, but it's not gonna be short. Okay, I guess, all right, well, I'll talk about something else tomorrow, which was a really good question somebody asked. I really want to talk about it today. Okay, well, I guess I'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, mess of the day. Well, it just kind of goes with what I was talking about. Where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. When people tell me they don't have time, when people tell me they're too busy, or when people tell me it's because they don't really want to do it. Listen, there are many things that I've wanted to do in my life and I just haven't done. And the reason I haven't done them is because I don't really want to do it that bad. If you really want to do something, if you really, really want to do something, or you really want to achieve something, then you'll do what it takes. It's just that simple. It really is. I've always asked myself, why didn't I do that? Or I said I was going to do that and I never did it. Why didn't I? Was like, I guess I just didn't want to do it that bad. Because I know that anything I ever really wanted to do, like I'm like, no, I'm going to do this. I just find a way to make it happen. Right? Like I've always found a way to, I realize I'm a bit of an extremist here, but I've always found a way over these last, well, 22 years, I guess, 23 years, to get my meals in. Like, I always figured out a way to make sure that I could get my meal in. Basically, I was eating every 3 hours. Okay, it doesn't apply to you guys. You guys don't have to eat every 3 hours. My point is that I never, just didn't happen. I just always figured out a way to make it happen. So, if you want to do something, you'll figure out a way. All right, day 46 done. Book your scans this weekend, or book your scans ASAP for this weekend, or maybe early next week. And as always, submit and commit to this challenge. Don't fight it. Time is ticking away. We have, what, 3 weeks left? 3.5 weeks left? Yeah, 3.5 weeks left. Told you the challenge is going to fly by, right? Told you. And as always, positive energy, positive vibes. Believe in yourself, and send me your gratitude. A lot of you actually did send me your gratitude, so thank you for that. I will read some of those out in the near future. For the rest of you who have not sent me your gratitude, get on it, please. Send it to me. And it's really important. It's good for you. It's good for your brain. It's good for the way you feel. It's good for those around you. It's just overall good for your energy and your mindset. We'll talk to you all soon, you guys. I will see you in class tomorrow. No, I won't see you in class tomorrow. Martina will see you in class tomorrow for upper body. Bye.